Hey, what's up? What's up? So, going over my trades today that I took. Um, I was on the live with TJR. This was this was the longs. This was the the biased, right? All right, hold up. Let me mark out vertical lines. Uh, right here. So this was the open. This was open, market dumped, took out London lows, consolidated here. Let's see. Mm, I did want to take the longs, but it was kind of too early here, and there were still Asia lows. So let's see where are Asia lows. Yeah, Asia lows was right here. Let's see, Asia lows. Let's see, Asia lows. It's pretty close. So that was a big draw, big magnet. The big magnet. So did that, opened up market, got the retail traders bricked up, dumped. That was the high, New York high, New York high. So what I was looking at was once kind of broke structure. We did have, um, we did have, what kind was this? 1013, 1013. Yeah, so around this low. 1010, 1010, yeah. So, okay. So, okay. Had the trend go up, like faked out, another fake out, continuation, because on the higher time frames, the market was bullish, but during London session, yes. Let me see. Yeah, during London session, during we have a delta divergent, which means during London session, we have a high there, and then um, we have a low there. So this technically be the delta divergent. So what that means, I don't 100% know yet. I can say that. I will learn that today. Delta divergence. SMT, TJR, SMT. SMT divergent. Alright guys, let's get welcome to SMT. So I'm gonna do this video. Path of profitability, SMT, delta divergent. We'll do that video. This can go over here. So I did see in the morning we had news at 8:30 pre-market, and the Fed was going to talk, which was kind of higher news. It wasn't a red folder. I think it was a red folder, whatever. So 10 o'clock he talked, 10 o'clock they dumped. Right. So we were looking at that. The I have to figure out what the delta divergence stuff means. I just know it was there. It was present. Okay. So um going back to the 15. Let's see the 15 how the 15-minute looks. So this was my notes for today. If you want to read that and zoom in, but I'm kind of gonna verbally explain it, and we'll go from there. So what was happening was during market open, came up to this. Let's see, was there a fair value gap? Market open. Where was there a fair value gap? This fair value gap. This fair value gap was tested. I don't think there was really a solid fair value gap. I think on the 5-minute there was. Yeah, there was plenty. Oh, okay, yeah, on the 5-minute. On the 5-minute, once it broke structure to the downside, we were looking at this 5-minute confluence, right? Let's see, hold on. I'm gonna pause it real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I changed the color of this visually to match the mentor. So New York Open came to this 5-minute fair value gap, held, right? We were waiting 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Once we saw, what the fuck is this? Oh, that's New York Open. Okay, we were monitoring this low, broke under. Okay, once it broke under, look at this low. It broke under. Once it broke under, there was a break, retest. This kind of, the break and retest wouldn't have really helped, but so that came and tested that we could have fair value. Oh, fair value gap there. Fair value gap there. Okay. I just monitor this. What we did see on the New York, what we did see on NASDAQ was it was still bearish. It was bearish. 20. See, look, once it broke here, it was once it broke here, I think we need a 5-minute break. Yeah, the 5-minute break of structure here. Came back, broke, and then we did a retest, equilibrium, 5-minute entry, and then where could we have entered there? 5-minute equilibrium. Was it a 5-minute equilibrium? Five-minute fair value gap. This one. So we got a 5-minute fair value gap here. 5-minute fair value gap. And then next candle, we're looking for the entry. Right. So once came up, tested, came down, broke there, break a structure here for ES, right, at 1020, 1020, 1023, 1023 it broke, okay? It's kind of lining up, but this is where we were having issues. So yes, yes was in bearish order flow, okay? Bullish, changed, bearish up here, boom, held. I had to kind of look at this area, maybe even this area, to see, and boom, dumped. So that one was higher risk. The mentor break, retest. Up here. Oof, this would have been tricky right here. This would have got a lot of people out. So right there. Where's it? Once NQ. NQ. Once NQ broke 1040. Boom, and that would have been the entry, because here it came to test this for value gap, and it dumped. So yes would have been the move. But the move would have been here. This was clean. The only thing, or here, for value gap, this, okay. So this would have been it. We got a 1 minute for value gap. And we got the break of structure right here. So we got take a look at this. Okay, we got bullish order flow. We got bullish order flow. We got break. We got bullish order flow. This we wouldn't have took because it was way too early from the open. This was the fake out move for the dump. This was the retrace for the dump. So nothing else here. Right here, I guess. Oh no, well, goes up, down. This would be the low. So nothing else here besides this is a break of structure. Because look, we got the low here, got a high, and then high. Let's see how it looks on the 5 minute. Yeah, see, on the 5 minute, we got a 5 minute low here, comes up, and then boom, makes another low here. So once it breaks up here, okay, so on the 5 minute, this is how it is. This is how this is. So on the 5 minute, once it broke structure to the downside, then you can go on the 1 minute and look for areas. We got the 5 minute fair value gap, which matches up with this, right? Look, the 5 minute fair value gap here, and then we got that, And then we got this another. Oh no, there's no fair value gap here. There's only this kind of area. From here to here, this isn't a fair value gap. This is nothing. So we got a high, low. This is a high. This is break of structure here. So let me text it up. Got break of structure right here. Got break of structure. Why? Because this candle closes below this candle. Like here. Here's a break of structure. But are we just gonna enter because of a fucking break of structure? No. We don't enter because of just a break of structure. Right? Fair value gap. We look, fair value gap, okay. This fair value gap got disrespected. Came back, tested kind of this area, fair value gap, right? On the higher trend, tested that fair value gap, and basically dumped, right? Because there's a break of structure here, there's a break of structure. Well, it's not a break of structure. It's the break of structure for this would be right here for the lows, but this is a continuation. This is just the trend, the downtrend. That's the downtrend, right? So with the downtrend, as it comes up, this is a retrace. This is basically a retrace, okay? So when it breaks the structure again on the 5-minute for the continuation, that's what we're looking for. This formula is the continuation formula. So we got break a structure. Break a structure makes a high. Monitor the high on the 5. Makes another low on the 5-minute because this doesn't go low. And then that's the trick. That's the trick right now is knowing when to go where to go what. So once you get a 1-minute, once you get the break of structure on the 5-minute, this one's the break of structure on the 5-minute right here. You wait for it to retrace. So this candle had to be blue, then that would have been a little better for the longs. But since it was black and then this kind of area held, all that helps with the play. So on the 1-minute, now that this 5-minute fair value gap correlates with the 1-minute fair value gap, you know, it might be tested again, maybe not, who knows. Okay, so we come back here and then we notice this. Let me make this bigger. Oh no. No. Okay, so what was deceiving and kind of different was this. So on NQ, let's see the 5-minute breaker structure. How do you fucking reset chart? Yeah, okay. Here, once NQ had low, low. Once NQ had a breaker structure, once NQ had the breaker structure, $10:45. It was too fucking late. That's what we were worried about. Like, so this was breaker structure for NQ, and the NQ didn't break structure till 10:45. So that's what was something to wait on. Was that so? This was what NQ was doing while this was doing what it was doing. So look, hold up. So there was a breaker structure. That was a break of structure for 5 minutes. That's the New York high. Um, Te amo, Ricky. Ma. Yeah, so once it broke a structure, this was still in bullish order flow in Q, right? Look here, low. It didn't break yet until where did it break? That was a break right here. It was a weak ass break. It didn't break till basically right here, 10:45. So this one was this one was a risky trade because of that little wick to stop people out. That was the stop out, I guess. People saw, people see, and where would have been better exit entry area would have been that. So let's see. Hold on. Hold up. Yeah. See that's by the time NQ was already started moving down. This, I guess, to get people out. I'm not sure what it was, but it was something, right? So um, it took out all this low resistance liquidity, and then it fucking dumped. What could have been good too was just wait again. Boom. Once it broke structure, then just enter. That would have been a kind of safer play. Just wait a little, and then just target 15-minute lows. Hold on. So uh, 5 minute right here. Once it broke here, enter that. Enter once it broke that, and then target 15-minute lows. So once it broke here, could have targeted. Well, Asia and London were taken out already, so I could have targeted there. Could have targeted there, there, right, and just let it ride. Fuck, it went hella down, bro. It went all the way down to this. That would have been crazy, G. That would have been wild, bro. To this, fuck. But think about it. During this was previous New York, London general area. It ate up all that move today, and that's what you want. You want longs to be shit, and then boom, fucking moves down fast. So that's pretty cool. That was just the trades that I saw today. I did just. I'm not even really gonna talk about my trades because it was more of a chasing and managing. The first one I wanted to take a long, didn't take long, got stopped out instantly, and then uh, the rest were kind of okay trades. But thanks for listening and appreciate it. The method is working. Trust the process and mentor. Peace.